Hello folks, Fuzzfinger here, welcome back to Ni No Kuni. Since the previous episode, I managed to capture a girlfriend, which is a familiar here, which we're going to give to Swain. But not until the next boss, since it's only level 1. If you watched the previous episode, you'll know that I was after that, but never had any fortune in catching it. Also, if you go back to just near the cave entrance, I did miss a blue chest, which you can open using the spring lock ability, and it contains, I think it's called a Devil's Fang, which is an accessory to boost strength and, attack and magical attack. But as soon as you're ready, you're saved up and rested, then by all means head to the waypoint marker for a cutscene followed by an interesting boss attack.
What's going on?
That flippin' great candle must be guardian monster!
Well then, I guess we're gonna have to prove we've got what it takes to get it. Everybody ready?
And here is the boss. This is the Candelabracadabra, which is quite an interesting name. And to be honest, I recommend just hitting it with as much physical attacks as you can muster. Just watch out for its status ailments that it unleashes. Here we go. Curse and all sorts there, wonderful. And I think there's an ability called Wacko Lantern. You'll definitely probably want to use all out defense on that one. Now you can use the light attack that the Emperor gave us, but to be honest, it's actually quite weak. So it's not something I'm particularly fussed about, and this boss only has around 3,000 health anyway. So if you can just pummel it with all your physical attacks. There we go, all out defense. Then it shouldn't take too long to destroy. Now Biggs is going to need to go away in just a moment, so we'll bring out Percy, who is also pretty potent. Snuff out, that sounds nasty, probably going to hit us with loads of status stuff. Blinded and all sorts, wonderful. Let's go to Oliver and see if we can cast Arrow of Light on this fellow. 121 points of damage, so not brilliant when you think of the recharge time and whatnot. Although it's probably not a good idea for Oliver to just sort of try and attack him at melee range like that. Pretty stupid if you ask me. Keeping an eye out for that Wacko Lantern. Ah, he's stunned. If you get a golden orb, make sure Oliver doesn't cast it, because this boss is immune to Oliver's fire spell. And there is one, so I'm going to switch over to this guy. And if we could just hurry up please and get our ass over here. There we go. Song of the Soul, what's this? Probably shouldn't have cast that, because it sounds like a defensive spell. Probably should have gone to Percy, who's a attacker. Oh well, maybe we'll do extra damage or something. Possibly a bit of a wasted golden orb there, but the boss is dead, so no problems at all. Nice and easy if you ask me.
We did it!
Possibly because we're over leveled by a few. Level 38 is what we are at. And our familiars are levelling up nicely now as well. Oh, Tinny has reached the maximum, so we're going to need to metamorphose him. Yeah, it's going to put him back to level 1, but remember what I've said before, make sure you let them reach max level before metamorphosing them. That will give them the best possible stats.
Back for more, is it? It doesn't know when to give up!
Look out!
Hey?
Huh?
Huh? Markazan!
So it looks like Mark Casing is finally being able to use his magic. And even Gascon had a nice word for him. So it's all nice and happy here now. And hopefully we should be able to take the Morn Star.
The legendary wand must be in here.
Look at that! What a beauty! It may be older than my mum, but it's still got a bucket load of oomph.
So this is the legendary wand. Mornstar.
You have done well.
Who are you?
I am one who guides the fate of this world. And yes, it was I who summoned you here to this time. I had scant choice but to bring you here, for in your time, Mornstar has been mislaid. For my boldness, you must accept my apologies. Know that countless trials lie ahead of you still. Steel yourselves and fix your sights upon your goal. Until the day when you finally arrive, I shall be waiting.
He's gone.
And we have it at last, the Mornstar. An interesting quest to say the least. We've also collected a Breach Time spell, which will hopefully be of use in making our way back to the present. And now we have control of Oliver once again. There is a warp section right here, you can see by the guiding star. And this is going to take us to a handy part of the world map, where there is just a short walk then back to Hamelin. So we haven't got to run all the way back out this dungeon. Although it would be pretty sucky if we did. And we've already cast the bridge spells and whatnot, so we can just take a nice healthy trek back. That reminds me we need to metamorphose the Tin Man, if we can. And also give him... he's not going to have a lot of good familiars now. They're going to be both level 1, but that's okay. I can live with that. Right, let's take any equipment off that these might have, such as, yes, might only be an iron axe, but I'll take it off anyway. A lightning bolt, yeah. We got that not long ago. Nothing else to give the girlfriend. Oh. Yes, come on, I'm trying to metamorphose this fellow. Ah, thought that was the sign. Ah, it's the star drop. And it'll turn him from the Tin Man to the Iron Man. Go on then. That'll change his colour scheme, no doubt. And it has done. Right, so this is our tank. So maybe we should give him some see-through pies. Boost his defence up. Ah, rubbish. I boosted the wrong thing. It says accuracy. Look, I can't even read. Have we got anything for defence? No, I mean, I suppose we could boost evasion, but we'll leave it for now. We'll sort it all out another time. Let's just head on back to the world of Hamelin. That's the plan. What do you reckon the chances are of being able to jump down this cliff here? We do need some more steel actually for a future errand, so we can't jump down the cliff. But make sure you have at least 2 pieces of raw steel. After the errand that we've just done in Hamelin that required 2 pieces of raw steel, which I think, actually no, it wasn't an errand, it was crafting Swain's gun, wasn't it? So yeah, on top of that you're going to need another 2. Along with some other stuff which I'll mention in due course. Although one of the things I know you're going to need is a gnat cap from the Golden Grove, a familiar. So if you haven't caught one of those yet, you might want to think of doing so once we're back in the present. And you should be collecting forage points anyway on the world map. Don't neglect them because you do often need the stuff for errands and tasks and whatnot. I might go and do some grinding after this episode. Remember the little trick I taught you? If not, I'll show it in a future one where you can get 2,000 experience per battle. Oh no, Gascon's leaving us. On the off chance you can hear cars going past my window, I do apologise, but it is so hot in this room with my computer and PlayStation 3 that I've had to open the window. It's either that or die of heat exhaustion. And the prince is off, but not until Esther has a last word. That was a bit sentimental, seeing as how we've only actually known Gascon for like 10 minutes. Still, Esther's very emotional, so I can understand. Gascon is no longer with us. And now we can make it into Hamelin to see what wonders await. Well, probably not many. We've been here quite a few times before, haven't we? Before we do anything, I think it'd be a good idea just to stop at the inn, recover from the boss battle. And we've got a few event scenes coming up, so we don't exactly need to heal now, but I like to be fully healthed up, if that's a term that I can use. Let's save. At least now if I get a power cut or something, I won't have to do all that section again. That's the way I like to see it anyway. Right, so back to the palace, I guess. See what's his face, Marquezine, or however you say his name, has to say for himself. Come on, Oliver, can't you run any faster? Onto the bottom part of the street. I'm going to go all the way around then. Wow, this is a mission. I've been tempting to get the jump spell you can buy with merit stamps, and then if you hit circle on your controller, you'll jump. It's completely worthless. You don't need to jump at any point in this game, but I'll probably just annoy everyone then on the videos, just be jumping everywhere. When I play WoW, World of Warcraft, I'm just jumping all over the place when I'm questing and whatnot. Right, the guards are our friends at the moment, yes. Oh, that's good. The last time we came this way, we had to avoid the guard's eye contact, if you remember that. That was annoying. How far do we have to go? Right, that's it now. We've got to be back to the prince.
Oh, the Emperor!
Your Majesty!
Father!
But why? What happened?
Shadar.
Shadar?
Yes, he was here. He came to demand our unconditional surrender.
Huh?
But let it be known, I defied him. I would not bow to that wretch.
No, don't. Don't try to speak.
Gascon.
Huh?
My son. My beloved son.
Huh?
You really thought I couldn't tell?
You knew?
Your appearance may have changed, but I know my own flesh and blood. What the future holds is a mystery to all men. But I know that together, you and Marcussan can, I believe in you, protect the Empire, now and in the future.
Father! No! Father! Please! Father! I got to meet you again. And now this. I just wanted to make you proud. And now... this has to happen! Damn it!
Swain.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Gascon and Swain are actually one of the same person. I always knew that he was cutting on to things a bit too quickly. He's not exactly the princely type, is he? So, what's Marquezing got to say for himself? Ah, now if I remember, we need some belief in the future, don't we? And it has to appear that Marquezing here seems to have some. So we know exactly what it is we have to do. Gotta talk to them. You can't just cast Take Heart, I keep forgetting. That's better. And that's the first time we've actually collected belief from somebody. At least I think it is. Yeah, I don't recognise that one. The noble certainty of unshakable faith. Let's hope it does the trick, shall we? Yep, breach time. Breach time will take us exactly where we want to go, he said confidently.
Okay, all together.
Today, tomorrow, yesterday. Send us safely on our way.
Oliver's gone. They've all gone.
Right, now we need to find Marquessin once again in order to give him his belief back, as Oliver so rightly says. But it's not where he once was, so let's find out what's happening. Marquessin, where are you? Ah, here we go. Right. Maybe we should try giving him something else instead. Bit of enthusiasm. He doesn't seem very enthusiastic about stuff, does he? Well, since Swain is Gascon or whatever his name was, then I guess these two are technically brothers. Is he going to give us a reward for saving him?
Well, well. What are we to make of this? It seems the Saviour managed to acquire Mornstar after all.
And somehow managed to travel back to the present. I would have thought that far beyond his meager power.
Indeed. The power to breach time can be used but once in a mortal's life, can it not?
It would seem that he has benefited from yet more assistance.
And that its benefactor possesses formidable powers.
Powers on a par with our own.
This supposed helper of his is no mere dabbler in the magical arts. Such powers recall those of that ancient king without whom our magic wands could not exist. Yes, I speak of my...
But that would be a truly terrifying proposition, if one such as he were to...
Fear not. Should the need arise, I shall take action myself.
Your Radiance? You mean to say...
I do. He cannot hope to defeat me. And I will tell you.
Well, she hasn't told us why. She lied. But the prince here seems to know how to defeat Shadar. And it appears he's blocked by a defensive mechanism. cheesy. Right, let's go and kill Shadar, that's what I say. Ah. Okay, so just when we thought our quest was complete, the Mornstar is actually inadequate at the moment because it's missing 3 stones. And the map that we need to find those 3 stones has been stolen, so I guess we're going to need to combat somebody to find the map first. That's just what I'm guessing, I could be wrong. Kublai, the king of the Sky Pirates. Ah, that's more like it. I thought we was missing some rewards there. Ward spell which boosts magic defense when it's used. And a couple of spells that will help fuse an insight with future puzzles. But at the moment, no good. And we can now take part in the Soloseum series, which is a gladiatorial fighting tournament held at the Temple of Trials. And since we now have the travel spell, we can go there whenever we wish. Also, you can visit Old Father Oak for some gifts and some pages to the Wizard Companion. So, not a bad little reward for our trouble there. But that's definitely going to be it for this episode, so thank you for joining me for Ni No Kuni, folks. Please remember to subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date with future episodes as and when they come out. And if you enjoyed this episode, then please remember to rate it thumbs up. I've been your host, Fuzzfinger, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.